So England reversed the fate that they actually suffered in the opening game, and they got the last goal of the game. Daniel Sturridge coming off the bench and Jamie Vardy. A decision made not out of choice or good managerial decision from Roy Hodgson, but out of necessity. And I'm going to touch on that in a minute and refrain from the stereotypical Scottish response. Lucky bastards! But instead look to the fact that they actually did deserve a goal late on because they were dealt such a harsh blow against Russia. And as you can see from the England fans, they enjoyed that goal.
Said there was a push. Patak is the additional assistant referee behind the goal.
So let's talk a little bit about Roy Hodgson really quick. So he starts with the exact same lineup that he had against Russia, a lineup that did not have enough creativity going forward in the final third. The one thing that this has showcased for me, right, so the poorer players that I can see from England already, Raheem Sterling, you could hear the England jeers every time he touched the ball, not positive enough going forward. Dele Alli, again a passenger in the final third, and Harry Kane, who was actually hooked off for Sturridge and Jamie Vardy eventually introduced to the game. It's a great shot window for Christian Eriksen, a man who grabbed 13 assists last season in the Premier League, showcasing that he is vital for that kind of Tottenham triangular offence going forward to really come full force. I think that Harry Kane is used to having the ball gifted to him in and around the box, where he is a great finisher, don't get me wrong, but when he has to try and drop a little bit deeper, take possession, he's not the best at doing so, and I think it was the right decision from Roy Hodgson. But this is a decision that they were lucky. They got a get-out-of-jail-free card from Daniel Sturridge. Roy Hodgson's decision was very similar to a Louis van Gaal decision bringing Rashford into the team. It wasn't something that he thought to himself, oh, this is part of my philosophy. I'm going to bring in Rashford and we're going to go on and do half decent and allow for this young starlet to come into fruition. No, that decision was made for him by poorer decisions in the past, such as allowing Chicharito to go. The same thing happened with Hodgson. He started with the same team that everyone could see there was weaknesses. At least he took Kane off the corners, which was a plus. But he just wasn't getting enough, I would say, versatility up top. Lallana was making some good runs off the ball, but England had nothing, no creativity in the final third. And once again, Roy Hodgson made the decisions that he should have made at the start of the game and was lucky this time because they paid off. So starting with Wales' opening goal, Gareth Bale struck the ball from deep. Joe Hart definitely has to do better. But as I always say, if you don't get it on target, we see Harry Kane put one miles over the bar, not troubling the Wales goalkeeper. At least Bale was there to test Joe Hart, and he reaped the rewards of that. Wales defended like Trojans after that, but when you drop so deep into your own half, all it's going to take is a minor mistake, which allows for England to get back into the game. So before I get to that, I want to talk about this aura, this Premier League bubble that has created some of these players to even have the opportunity to put on an England shirt. Raheem Sterling, as I mentioned, just horrible going forward at the moment. No positivity, no confidence when he takes the ball in his stride. This is a guy that, of all the things that he's got to his game, which I think are often overlooked, the one thing he does have in abundance is pace. And he's not been using it. He's scared to take people on. And this is something that people in England have created themselves. They are dying for the next big star. So what do? They buy up players for 50+ million, Raheem Sterling, 30 million price tag on Dele Alli, Andy Carroll, Ricky Lambert, all these English players that because they perform well over a certain period of time, they get this enormous price tag, right? And that means that everyone, including the media, including the fans, get behind them thinking, all right, he's our next big star. Dele Alli's a young lad, we're going to put him in there and he's going to take this competition by storm. It's a bubble. You live in a Premier League bubble. None of these players, if they were to go to La Liga or even Bundesliga for one of the bigger teams, would even get a sniff. But somehow this English media and everyone else around it gets behind these players so that you think they're star quality. Easily the best two players for England so far have been Kyle Walker at right back and Wayne Rooney in the middle of the park. Some passes from Wayne Rooney are a little wayward, but he offers some creativity in there. And he's not even a real centre midfielder. He's just dropping back in there because he no longer has the ability to hold the line up top. So what does it take for England? It takes them bringing on someone who hasn't been manufactured in this bubble, someone who is literally, as Drake would say, started from the bottom and now he's here, Fleetwood Town, then coming into Leicester, fighting relegation. And what does he do? Jamie Vardy gambles. He doesn't wait. He's not like some, I would say, sheltered rich kid who's just waiting for everything to be given to him. No, he anticipates. And many people calling for offside, you have to look at the rule book. It comes off Ashley Williams' head and Jamie Vardy anticipates that. He wasn't there by luck. He's not stupid enough to wander into an offside position, not realising the fact that the rules are there. If it comes off a defender of Wales, he's in the right position, right time, and he puts it into the back of the net. And that's all that Roy Hodgson needed, was someone to gamble. A decision, as I said, he should have made at the start of the game, but he'll kind of be let off now. The media will give him a pass because they got the victory, and old boy Roy actually celebrated and showed some emotion for once. And then we look at the end of the game. Wales, as I mentioned, dropping way too deep. I expected more from Aaron Ramsey to hold possession more, show that composure that he shows at Arsenal to keep the ball and at least utilise it a little bit better in the final third. Because Gareth Bale, I thought, was a little bit off pace towards the end of the game. He wasn't getting on the ball enough, and this is someone that has to do it all himself at times. So I think that Wales were lacking that quality to just hold the ball, hold possession, and kind of put it into the corners when they had to. But instead, they suffered the same fate that England suffered against Russia. And it was another substitution, Daniel Sturridge, who came off the bench, who just had a bit of, I would say, mobility off the ball. He actually played a give and go. And Wales didn't track the run, a little bobble in the box, it falls to his feet, and he just pokes it by the near post. I thought the Wales goalkeeper should have done a little bit better, but this is a guy that kind of bailed them out in several other instances, so you can't heap all the blame on him. It was a harsh blow for Wales. That is football. That's this tournament in a nutshell. France did it against Albania. They were consistently peppering the goalkeeper. Albania defended like Trojans, but it's that moment, that lapse in concentration from a certain defender just allows for the star quality players to put the ball into the back of the net, as France has done. So now England go from a potential disaster again in a major tournament to being in pole position to qualify. Wales, it's flipped for them. They have 3 points. They now need to go against Russia and hope for a victory to get through. And England come up against Slovakia, who have got 3 points as well. So out of all the groups we've seen, this one is very close. It's going to go to the wire. My prediction for it is England go forth and beat Slovakia, and they go through top of the group. And I think Wales get a draw against Russia, and they go through in second place. But Slovakia, don't count them out, because they may go through with that weird third place rule. If you want to know what you think, let us know in the comment section below. As always, we'll be covering both major tournaments as much as humanly possible. As I keep saying, relax. I wish I could split myself into 2 and cover both of them at the same time. I'd probably have one person go and buy me some bow ties, the other one grab a Starbucks, and we'd meet in the middle. But I can't do that. I can give you as much as I possibly can while I'm here. So hit me in the comment section below. What do you think of England's performance? What do you think of Wales? Was it harsh on them? What do you think is going to happen in the next stage of this group? @Francis_Maxwell on Twitter, and I'll catch you soon.